world.
Hi.
I just have so much fun doing these Facebook Lives with you.
Me too.
Yeah.
Welcome to Find Out Friday. Get your questions ready.
Yeah. If you're new to this, Find Out Friday is where you can tune in. Jennifer is the host. I just like to talk a lot, so I usually just jump in and start talking. But you will be able to ask us a question, and we will give you a reading. And we've got all of our cards, and it'll be fun, but we'll get to that in a minute. So welcome to the broadcast. Yeah, it's been... First of all, I cannot believe it's November.
It doesn't feel like November. It feels like summertime.
I have no idea. The 2019 just went like that. I have no idea where it went. I literally remember, I say literally a lot. I literally remember standing in my kitchen New Year's Eve going into 2019 and like writing out what I was letting go of, and I just felt this huge shift. Normally New Year's Eve, I don't really go out or anything like that. But for some reason, 2018 into 2019, I felt this huge like, and it's been like a rocket ship all year. A rocket ship. Is that a thing? A rocket? A rocket ship. I don't know.
You're on your own ship.
On a rocket.
Different dimensions, out in the universe, and there's no time. So you're in no time. It's just... So it's going to be 2020. I've been looking forward to 2020 for a long time. I think all of you should be, hey everybody watching. Hi.
It should be this crazy fly by the seat of your pants kind of year for all of us. I think 2020 will also bring an opportunity to really heal stuff that we haven't healed all the way. Mm-hmm. And I think it's going to happen right after the turn of 2020. And talk to an astrologer. I don't know astrology. I just read about, aspects and charts and what the world's going to do. And apparently 2020 is...
What's in store for you in your chart?
Oh my God.
I want to hear this. So 2020, what do we have to expect?
For me?
Well, yeah, and I'm going to be in your energy, so what did they tell you?
2020 for me is... Actually, 2020 is the beginning, and right now, so November, December 2019 is where everything is like culminating and coming together. And then for me, 2020 and 2021 is going to be, according to all the astrologers that have ever looked at my chart, like the 2 years of my life that I've been like working so hard for.
That chills.
So you'll know when I'm able to announce anything that needs to be announced. I will make sure I share. But yeah, there's definitely big dreams that I feel are going to be coming to fruition. And I'm excited and hopeful and stressed out. So yeah, I think it's going to be really, really amazing few years. Yeah, what do you think's coming for you?
Oh, everything that I've been working so hard for. I feel that I'm going to be able to reach a broader spectrum, make a change. That's why I do all of this work. It's to connect everyone with their higher selves. I feel not just in my life, but in everyone's. Not only have we been having this awakening for the last 8 years, since 2012 is when it really aligned. So yeah, 2020 is everything that we all worked so hard for, and we shed, we found ourselves, but I feel that there are still people searching. And now that we can talk about all of this, and that we have gifts, and I feel there's just a bigger purpose to you, me, Spirit and Spark, the spiritual community out in the world. It's very exciting to be alive right now.
I agree. I've talked about this before, but one of my spiritual mentors told me that when they were I'll put it very simply, when everyone in the spirit form was lined up and they said, okay, who's going to incarnate Earth School? And you're going to go down, and you're going to be there, around the year 2020, and who wants to go? And everyone's like, me. And so the way that she tells the story is intuitively that like 1 in every 10 souls that wanted to incarnate, they said, you're the best fit. We think you're the one that's going to be able to like raise the light. So we're sending you in.
Oh my goodness.
And so there's obviously this huge shift and change that's going to be occurring while we're alive, because everyone wanted to be here during this time, this shift of consciousness. So yeah, I think you're right. I feel in 2020 there will be a lot of people that maybe have never thought about spirituality or psychics or the other side, and suddenly they go, wait a second, what's happening in the world around me? And I think that there's going to be an influx of seekers.
No more masks too. Like everyone's masks are coming off. The veil is coming down. So it's really important to know who you are.
Yeah. No more hiding.
No more hiding.
If you've been having different masks on, 2020 could be a brutal year for you.
Yeah.
There's no sugarcoating it. If you've been not very nice person or dishonest with yourself or with other people, if your heart has not been pure, I think it could be gnarly for you in 2020. It's not to say that you won't get to where you're going or you won't have the healing that needs to happen, but I just think the energy is going to be so intense.
Well, that's the thing.
You're going to get it back right on top of you.
It's going to make or break you. So you're either going to be high or really low. That's why it's important to do your daily work or do meditation. Everything that we offer here, we do it because it actually works and it makes a difference. We all practice what we teach here. So check us out on the website and our classes. Just because we love what we do and we do it and with purpose. And that's how you find yourself through meditation.
It's all heart, you know. I as the owner of the company, I really look for people that have heart, that have integrity, that are doing it for the right reasons. I don't have the patience or the interest in working with anyone that is not doing it from the heart. That doesn't align with me, my company. So that's critical for me when I'm selecting people to join the team as a practitioner. But yeah, we do classes in person in our office in Las Vegas. We also have online classes. We do a lot of sessions, not only with people in person at Spirit and Spark, but we do a lot of phone and video. So it's an exciting time. So it doesn't matter where you live, we can work with you. Energy is energy. I always tell people, you have a good psychic medium, energy practitioner, if they can successfully do it over the phone with you.
That's the truth.
It's so true. Because in some ways, it's easier for us if you're in the same room with us. But you really know you've got somebody talented that's coming like with pure energy and healing for you if they can do that with you over the phone. So a little tip on how to pick somebody that's the right person. But so we've had a really exciting time. We talked about how crazy 2019 is and how it's almost over. But Halloween, we just had Halloween a few weeks ago. And if you're local to Las Vegas, maybe you saw Jennifer and I on Channel 13.
We were on the news. I had to find a TV to watch. I don't watch TV, but I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
It was fun. So tell everybody a little bit about your experience in...
With Channel 13?
Yeah,
okay.
In the ghost hunt, in the rooms...
Yeah, so we went through Hotel Apache, which is at Binion's Gambling Hall. It's off of Fremont Street, so downtown Las Vegas. And they were connected with me originally because one of my clients is connected to that hotel. And she said, oh, there's this medium I know, and you should hook up with her. And so originally they'd reached out to me, I want to say it was like early September. And they said, oh, we would love if you came through our haunted hotel. And because Hotel Apache is connected to Binion's Gambling Hall. And, Hotel Apache is really haunted. And we'd love for you to come through and read and see what spirits come forward. And it came over like on this long text message. And I sat for a second and I hear Spirit say, you're going, but you're not going until Halloween.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like, oh, okay. And then they said, and then there's going to be a news crew and you're going to have media around it. So I just listened to guidance and I said, sure, I'd love to do it, but I want to bring somebody with me and we'll do it together. And, and we'll have a press release and make a video because the video is going to be popular. I mean, it was like all this downloaded experience from Spirit on what we were supposed to do. So, we went through a couple of nights for different journalists. And both nights we moved a spirit up to the light. If you need a link, let me know if you want to watch the one video with Jason from KTNV. He was the journalist, and we took him into room, was it 389? And we moved a little girl to the light, and his reaction was authentic, and he was the one that actually felt drawn to go into that room. And so the experience of releasing that little girl up to the light that was stuck in the hotel, you can see it all over his face when you watch that video. It's about 6 minutes long, but it was incredible. I really enjoyed it. We had confirmations. The first room we went into, a spirit came forward that I could see exactly what he looked like and a little extra weight around the stomach. We could both hear the typewriter and him like typing.
I love that when you're channeling and I'm channeling, but we see the same visions.
Yeah. It's like we're
cool.
seeing the same like landscape.
Yeah.
And he said that he had a story that wasn't done being told. We were asked by someone in the room, well, who did he work for? And I hear the Post. And then I knew he wasn't from Las Vegas. There was some kind of California connection. All this stuff,
and then I was
right?
hearing 1945 year, and so we were getting different downloads.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
So then we finish in the room, and it's just what we do. We finish, and we're like, okay, yep, that's the ghost that was in that room. And, I was just prepared to walk into the next room because we had never been in these rooms before. And the social media person for... hello, Elizabeth, for Binion's Gambling Hall, she had actually, while we were finishing up in the room, she typed in some of the details for the spirit that was in the first room, and she found him on Wikipedia.
Yes.
With pictures and all of his story. And when we were in the room and he was presenting all of these things about himself, he told me that he had died of a heart attack, and in the Wikipedia page it said he died of a heart attack in the 80s. He worked for the Post. Mm-hmm. He was a traveling journalist. And the part that was really funny is, because he kept saying, like, I have a story, but I wasn't done telling it. And his focus as a journalist was on espionage. So there were lots of secrets that man died with. And I thought, I was blown away that she could find it. And it was exactly what he looked like. And so, I thought it was really cool. So we went into several rooms, lots of hauntings at that hotel. But we had fun.
It was a lot of fun. I've never experienced anything like that. And every room was different. Jason, did he cry?
Yeah.
He cried.
I wasn't going to call him out, but...
Well, you're going to watch it. But watch it, because he could feel the energy. And the room at one point was spinning. Like, we could see the ground moving. And he saw it, too. Mm-hmm. Like, everyone in that room experienced what we were experiencing. They were watching a movie, but feeling it. It reminds me of, like, those rides you go on and you're sitting in the chair. And then they're playing the movie in front of you, but you can feel it. That's what their experience was. Yeah,
that's a really good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we look forward to other media opportunities.
It's stuff's coming. I can feel it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Gary. So Gary is a Reiki practitioner on the team, and he just said, in 2020, your business is going to expand. I'm sure you're ready for this. You should be a psychic. You should be a psychic, Gary.
As a psychic, you see or feel what's coming ahead. How do you prepare yourself, or what do you do? and stay in the present moment at the same time.
I don't do a very good job of staying in the present moment. I think because I'm an entrepreneur first.
Yeah.
So I am constantly like looking at the vision that's ahead, and not that I have to plan every single step on how I'm going to get there, but the way my brain works, I'm always projecting. Yeah. yeah, I mean, I've owned several companies, and that was what I was first before the psychic mediumship was passed down from my grandmother. So I kind of have it a little bit backwards. Yeah, so I make a lot of spreadsheets. I make a lot of Word documents. I convert it over to a paper planner where I take notes and write stuff in there. But my mind is always envisioning what's coming. And so I always tell people with manifestation, you've got to see it. You got to know what you want. So once you know what you want and you've got that in front of you, and your heart, your why you want this is connected.
Which is so strong,
right? Because this is the magnet. So if you've got the vision connected with why you want this and why it's going to be good for the world and good for you, and you can anchor that in, it'll act like a GPS, and it will connect straight to the vision.
I love this.
So that you can actually pull it into reality. It's just like, I use this analogy all the time. It's like Amazon. You go on Amazon, you order a pair of shoes, you get the email receipt. It says, yep, we're sending it right over. Your thoughts anchored in with the emotion of your heart. This is Amazon. You're putting your order in. And so if you don't know what you want, you're just kind of floating around. So anchor into the vision, but you have to know why you want it, because that's what's going to pull it. But be careful with what you're anchoring into and what you're thinking about constantly, because that's what the universe is ordering up for you. It's the Amazon of the universe. Okay? Did you follow that?
Yeah, I loved the visual. And then I thought, what about those people that just buy things to buy things? And how much time you're wasting.
Well, that's
and money.
Well, so equate the people that just go on Amazon and, not to pick on Amazon, but just that they go on and order all the time. I have somebody related to me that's always on Amazon ordering stuff. And I would equate that to the people that just have noise in their head all the time. For what I'm thinking about it in a spiritual, universal sense. What are you ordering every day? Is it just this noise in your head? Or are you doing meditation and calming and centering yourself? Are you spending time outside? Are you getting clear on what it is you're going to bring forward? You don't have to know every detail of every goal you want to do, but get rid of the how. The how screws you up. If you're like, I want to write a book, let's say. Okay, you're gonna have that book there, but then most people are gonna go, oh my God, I don't know where to start. What would I even write about? Who would read it? Who's going to publish it? How many copies do I have to sell? And that is all the wrong stuff you should be thinking about. Anchor into what kind of book, what does that book feel like? When somebody reads it, what's their emotion that comes out of that book? And then you can just start envisioning how that book feels in your hands, but not how you're going to get there. The universe will supply it if you have the faith that the universe has your back, which it always does. But lining up too many details on the road to get there, it will screw you up. Oftentimes the universe has a better plan for you than you can come up with yourself. And so if you're like, I have to have it this way, and you're in control mode, you're going to block so much abundance on the path to get what you want, because the universe is like, oh, you wanted to sell 100 copies? I was going to have you sell 1,000,000 copies, but all right, fine. So get out of your own way.
Get out of your own way.
Yeah.
And I love that the universe has your back. You're not alone. And I used to feel alone a lot. And then I'm like, wait, the universe has my back. I don't need a person. I've got all of that.
Yeah. You're a co-creator.
Yeah.
You are co-creating your life with the universe. So if this is a 50-50 partnership, are you carrying your weight? Are you bringing to the table what you want out of your own life? Or are you just kind of sitting around passively gosh, I really hope the universe brings me a gift today? You're a co-creator. This isn't just this passive, I'm going to sit around and just hope that something happens. Hope really doesn't get you very far.
No,
I don't think so.
You gotta do something.
You gotta do something. It's the intention matched with your action that's gonna get you where you want to go. Sitting around thinking somebody else is gonna do something for you, or things are just gonna happen magically. Sometimes you get lucky and it happens, but most of the time it's the intention matched with the action. You actually have to take the steps. Yeah.
Feel, think, act.
Feel, think, act. That's a good one. I like that.
Nice.
So find out Friday next week. We're going to move the time slightly. So Friday, November 22nd, I'm going to sit down and actually have a special guest. So Jennifer will have the week off. And it will be at 1:30 Pacific, so 4:30 Eastern, Friday the 22nd. And I'm going to sit down with a longtime friend of mine, Rebecca Ahmed, and some of you watching may know her. She's amazing. She lives in Washington, D.C. now, but I used to work with her. And she is going to just rock the house with, like, all about personal empowerment and owning yourself and where you're going in the world. Her background is in corporate recruitment. And so she knows a lot about like your own personal message and your brand and what you're doing in the world, but like how to live authentically. So I think you're really going to like her. So I'll be interviewing her next Friday.
Yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing energy. I wanted to be around her. So intelligent and beautiful. Next
so it'll
week,
be fun.
Tune in for this interview.
Yeah. So watch for that announcement, and then if you could do me a favor when that goes out, just click going, and that way you'll get the notification when we go live next week. I am going to be teaching, so today is Friday.
Yes, Find Out Friday.
Oh yeah, Find Out Friday. Duh. I don't know what day of the week it is because I work every day of the week, so I often get lost. But tomorrow, Saturday, I am co-leading a shamanic healing circle here at Spirit and Spark. It will be in person with Brandy, our shaman and medicine woman, and that will be at 6 o'clock tomorrow night, Saturday. We've got about 5 spots left, and those will go fast. So if you want, go to spiritandspark.com and click on the calendar, and you can register for that and grab one of those spots. It'll last. Last time it was about an hour and a half. But it's a very deep healing circle, and we chant as well when we're in it. And just get ready. It actually would be a really perfect thing for you to come to or do because it'll get you like cleared out and ready to bring in the new year.
But yeah. Sounds like a lot of vibration because I know from Kundalini, which you're going to be chanting in your mouth, there's 84 meridians that vibrate nerve endings in your mouth throughout your body. So that's going to be really intense tomorrow. I'm signed up.
I wondered why I liked chanting so much. Now I know why. I know now. I'm like, okay, makes sense. Yeah. Hey, for everybody watching, do me a favor. If you are on YouTube, can you do me a quick favor? And if you're not subscribed to our channel, I would really, really appreciate it. So if you go to youtube.com and type in Spirit and Spark TV, it'll pop up. Hit the subscribe button, and there should be like a little bell next to it. Hit the bell, and that will notify you when new videos come out on Mondays and Wednesdays. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We'll get there eventually, but I'm not patient. And so we've got, I think, like 800, and I'll call it 870.
Yeah.
We're almost there. But like every person counts, and I'd really appreciate it.
Yes,
so I want to throw that out there. And if you know anybody in your family that likes spiritual information and they're on YouTube, just borrow their phone for a second and subscribe them. I'm almost to 1,000, so I'd really appreciate it.
And what's on there? You have videos about so much information. I see you posting. So what can they expect on that YouTube channel?
So, yeah, thank you for asking. So Mondays are generally either a channeled message from the universe. Last week it was a meditation. Some weeks I pull cards. So it's usually a video that's getting you ready for the week ahead.
Okay.
So some kind of motivation, inspiration is always on the Monday video. The Wednesday video, generally speaking, is a quick video that's going to teach you something.
I like that.
So like how to use a pendulum, what foods make you more psychic was the one that we did this week.
And this is free.
They're free. Yeah, all of this is free. So the Wednesday videos, I try to be a little bit more educational on what I share on Wednesdays. There was the story about the premonition, the Halloween premonition, that came out one week, and I told you about me having a premonition about a crime minutes before it happened. So I'm trying to bring more awareness to people on what it's like being a psychic medium, because if I'm telling my story, then I think you'll start to recognize when some of your own gifts are coming through.
Okay.
So I try to just share as much about what's happening with me, to me, what I know, so that you can raise your light even higher. Subscribe on YouTube. Again, I would really, really, really appreciate it. Okay, so Thanksgiving is coming up. Do me a favor, everybody that's watching, and we're going to get to questions here in a second. Do me a favor and comment on what your favorite side dish is for Thanksgiving.
What's yours?
If I'm being bad or good, if I just am eating everything, I love gelled cranberry in a can. When I was a lot younger and didn't realize how much sugar was in that, I would get like the Ocean Spray, just the gel, not the one with the chunks in it, just the gel. I would open the can and get a spoon and just eat it.
The gel.
Just the gel. I like green beans with the cream of mushroom soup. Yeah. I mean, I love to eat, so I don't really discriminate. But we got a mashed potatoes, green bean casserole. My mom's stuffing.
Stuffing, I like stuffing. And
Stuffing is
yams
good.
with lots of marshmallows melted with peanuts and brown sugar. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, I can go to town on food. Pie, pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie with whipped cream.
I didn't ask about desserts, but I asked about side dishes. But now I'm getting hungry.
Okay, so Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so Thanksgiving. So just comment, let us know what your favorite side dish is for Thanksgiving. There was something actually I posted yesterday, and you can go back on the Facebook page if you want to tag somebody, but I did a live video, and I asked you to tag somebody in it that you are predicting is going to have a huge 2020. And so it's fun. People were tagging friends in it that they think they're predicting is going to be a big year for them. So that was fun.
I like that.
So if you want to participate, just go on the Facebook page and scroll down a little bit. You'll see me. Yeah. And I asked you in the video, you just tag one person. You have to pick one. And then you don't say anything else. You just tag their name. And so then they're like, what? What did I get tagged in?
I don't even know.
So then they watch the video and realize they got tagged.
I like that.
Because somebody thought they were going to have an amazing 2020.
That's
so just a way to elevate kindness and yeah.
Right,
so it was fun.
Hop on there and tag like a bunch of people.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
I would just tag one at a time.
Just one at a time.
Yeah. So then they think you just tagged one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah. So really think about it. So that would be fun if you want to participate in that. Okay. And quickly before we get into questions, we were talking before we started. I just totally took over your show. Sorry.
This is our show.
But we were talking about why are we here? Why are we as human beings here? I'd love for you to comment and give me your opinion. Why do you think we as human beings are here? We touched upon it a little bit earlier about just the themes of 2020 and who they sent in to reincarnate right now. But why do you think we are here on Earth School? So why do you think we're here?
I feel that we're here I'm here to live my best life. When I got my natal chart, I saw that it's a spiritual life. So I'm like, okay, I'm on the right path. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But having more highs than lows. So living in two worlds at once. And working with people, the only way I can learn and grow is working with people. I used to not like to be around people. I was like, I like my own little world. I can feel everybody. But even now, and with my gifts, I'm like, okay, I still have to connect and have relations. It's really important to love people and to respect where they are, even if it's not where you are. But how do we do that? By knowing who we are. And we're all different, but we all do have gifts, and we have those psychic abilities, because those are our perceptions. Those are our antennas. So you have the capability to raise your consciousness from that third dimension, that matrix level, to go all the way up and rise your kundalini. So I feel that's why I'm here, to raise that vibration and show people that they have that love within themselves.
Yeah. I think Earth is a classroom. I think we come here to grow and to evolve as beings and to love. I feel like we incarnate into human form because it's a really great way for us to learn the lessons we have to learn. And, when I do mediumship, I often see spirits that are in classrooms and they're talking about what they're learning.
Oh.
And so I do think that there is learning on the other side. I'm not taking that away or discounting that, but there is something about being in physical form where you have to go through trials and tribulations that really is an accelerated classroom. And then I think you go back to the other side and you go, oh my God, what was I thinking? And you go through what you did in the lifetime, what you did, what you didn't do, what you should have done, which, we all have that. How did you love? How did you show up in love? How did you give to others? And so I think it's all various different ways of learning, but this is like a crash course. And I think Earth School has souls that are brand new to the learning. Mm-hmm. I think they have people that have been here a lot of times to Earth. So we have a mix here of like the newbie Earthlings and the people that have been here a long time. So that's why it makes it so dynamic and interesting.
Yeah, and it's all numbers. I was reading this morning that there's 45 dimensions in one dimension. So like the third dimension, there's 45 mini dimensions in that, which is number 9. So there's different levels. Pretty neat. There's so many worlds. But do you ever meet somebody and they're still doing the same thing? Mm-hmm. Or they're living that same mm-hmm. dimension? That's what the dimension is. It's not something outside of us. It's within us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's maddening sometimes. But it's why we're here. We wouldn't learn as much if everyone was the same, doing the same thing. It has to be different.
Yeah.
It's why the classroom here is so effective.
I heard Earth is like Harvard. I always wanted to go to Harvard. So does that mean I'm kind of like at Harvard?
Yeah. We'll give that to you. Your honorary degree from sort of Harvard.
I'm a teacher at Harvard.
Yeah, there you go.
Earth University.
Yeah, you could say that. If any of you hear her at an event or something or on the camp, like media one day being like, oh, I'm a teacher at Harvard, you'll know. It's sort of the truth. Yeah. Let's do some questions.
Questions, okay.
All right, questions. So let's just go ahead and find some questions. So if you have a question you want us to look at, we're going to take a couple. And Jennifer is scrolling the screen to find...
Hello.
You were all like engaging with the video and stuff. Okay.
Okay, so we have Callie. I'm feeling lost in life. Any direction would be appreciated.
All right, so Callie and direction. Okay. I'm going to pull Power of Surrender cards. These are it should be something that you should consider letting go of. Okay? I just got like a vibration or a note of holding yourself back. I don't think you intentionally try to self-sabotage, but I am getting the sense of, they're going back to when we were talking about like the how, like get out of your own way. I want you to get really clear, Callie, on what is one dream that you have for 2020 and anchor into that. But then I need you to believe that it's actually possible. I hear, and Mike Dooley, who does Notes from the Universe, who I love, he'll say, you have to believe it before you'll see it. So Callie, I just get this message for you that you need to anchor in the vision for 2020, one thing, pick one thing. And then I want you to understand why your heart wants that one thing, and then believe that it's possible. And if you have any hesitations as to why it wouldn't work, I would do heart chakra meditation. So you can go on YouTube and just type in heart chakra meditation. And I'd release around the worthiness tied to that goal, that you are worthy of having it, because I feel that spirit in the universe gives people dreams that are intended for them to activate. They don't waste a thought. So if that dream is within your heart, it's because the universe is asking you to activate upon it. So don't get in the way. And then I'll pick a card. Yeah.
Very well said. Yeah, I keep getting career change, and also don't get in your own way. Don't worry about the house. And consult an expert. But I feel like you just kind of did.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, because there's more information that was needed. But I feel that Dallisa gave you great information and where to go with that direction.
Yeah, you got surrender to prayer. And so it's in alignment with what I was saying about connecting to your why, connect to what you want for the new year, and know that it's possible. It's also, this card signals to me, surrender to prayer, that you don't have to carry the weight of figuring it all out on your shoulders. Remember that all of us can ask our spirit team for what we need help with, lift it up to them, ask them for clarity, ask them for direction, and then pause and see what happens. Don't carry the weight of your dream all on your own shoulders. It's not meant for you to carry alone. That's that co-creation piece we talked about earlier, the co-creation between you and the universe.
Okay, so there's creator and then there's co-creator. What's the difference?
I believe we all have God within us.
Mm-hmm.
We all have the universe within us. I think we are all collectively the same energy. And so you are kind of activating and becoming aware and tapping into that God energy within yourself.
And God means creator.
Yeah.
So, and then you're
I just use all the terms interchangeably.
Yeah, I'm like comprehending everything. I'm like, okay. And then we co-create. So as that comes through us, that is our source.
Yeah.
And then we...
Yeah,
co-create.
so, right. And I see it like, the way that they show it to me is, if you were to imagine like a human body, or imagine my body, that through me runs all of the energy of light, which is the same energy of light of the universe. And so you are the universe is you. I feel like, that's my opinion, that we're all that same frequency. We can turn our light up brighter and brighter to match that frequency of higher being consciousness, higher dimensions. We can raise that frequency as bright as we want to get it. But that is kind of up to us. It's like the knob on the radio dial. You can turn the volume up all the way, or you can keep it really low. And so it's like with people that are fearful of being psychic, or they don't want to know, don't tell me. I don't want to engage in anything having to do with psychic. It could be they've turned that volume all the way down because they don't want to hear it. They don't want to know. They're afraid. So fear, shame, resentment, guilt, that's a low volume.
Okay.
And if you're like, I'm ready, I want to connect with the universe and manifest like this, and I'm going to have happiness and joy and abundance, and I'm going to have all my dreams come true, that's generally the person that's like, yeah.
And then the ones that add on extra.
Yeah. So that's how I see it.
I love that. As a practitioner, when I started working, I was just using my guides. I wasn't connected to God, and until I connected to God's source, I never got tired after that. Mm-hmm. When I leave work, I feel, it's not work, I have energy constantly.
Yeah. So you get to pick how bright your light shines. All right, you want to pick the next one?
Okay, Kimberly says, I am in a funk right now. What is in store for me this winter? Work and love.
So let's ask the question, Kimberly, how do you get out of the funk? Okay? Because you can, like we've talked about, you can manifest whatever you want with work and love and opportunity and abundance. So if you haven't watched the whole video, I'd go back from the beginning and rewatch it because I think you'll have a lot of insight there. So let's ask the question, how do you get out of your own funk? Because they show it like a blanket over your energy.
You think a lot and you worry. I see you pacing and stressing. All right, well, they're saying one step at a time.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of making a change. I just keep hearing, don't be afraid, don't be afraid, don't be afraid. Oh, that's interesting. So we had the surrender to the prayer last time. I get surrender to spirit. Surrender to spirit is like basically the same as what we were saying with surrender to prayer, which is you're not alone. And if you're feeling like you're in a funk, I always feel like if you're in a funk, you know why you're in a funk. It's just, are you not wanting to look at it? Are you not wanting to see it? Because when we take the mask off and really ask ourselves, why are we in a funk? We will get the answer, and our spirit team will give us the answer. But then once we know, what are we going to do with it?
Yeah, and then for work, I feel they're saying have patience, more understanding with others that you work with that will help. And love, there's a lot of love. They're saying be open to being vulnerable and asking for help. And winter's fun, but don't stress over all the decorations and shopping, they're saying, because I see like wanting to make things perfect. The cards that I got is you're being helped. Dallisa said with your guides and everything backing you and making a decision. So being committed. And once you make that commitment, don't go back. Just because I see like, oh, well, I should have, or I would have, or I could have. No, you're here now, and it's great. Enjoy it.
Yeah, be open to love in a way that feels like balance and reciprocation. They're just making me feel like you don't have to give everything away in terms of your time, your energy, where you feel like you're just going to give everything because then you're going to get it back. Because I don't see that working for you. They're saying more about like stand in your own power, know who you are, know your worth, know what you give to the relationship, and stand just so strong that you leave your heart open and you allow someone to come forward and to present you with what they're going to bring to the relationship, why they're a good fit for you. Let them do a little bit more of the selling of themselves. Don't just give everything hoping that you're going to get it back, because then that's where I feel like you get in a little bit of a pickle, because then it's out of balance.
Yeah, you get really excited, but just let it unfold.
Yeah, let it unfold. But ask yourself why you're in your funk, because you already know the answer. I do think you need to do a deep energy clearing on yourself. Find somebody that will do Reiki, or we can do it over the phone for you. But I just feel like all of your chakras, Archangel Michael, you can ask him to help you clear all of your chakras and remove any cords or energies. But just feels like there's some stuff you're not looking at. So don't be afraid to ask. All right,
Linda, what is happening in my career? I need direction.
Okay. I'm curious, Linda, if you're considering quitting your job and starting something new, because I just heard in my ear. So I see, I hear, and I feel psychic information, and I just heard quit in my ear.
Yes, that's why it's coming through. You're quitting and talking about moving. Like you're even thinking about moving.
So you have a lot of life changes ahead of you. But yeah, I feel like either you're quitting, or you're going to quit, or a job that you've been doing is wrapping up, because that feels like it's done. And they're saying like be wide open to what kind of job you actually want to have. They're saying don't settle. Get clear on what the job feels like. And in some ways it feels like a completely different industry, where it's like a 180.
New beginnings, a new opportunity for you. Very exciting.
Let's see what card I get for Linda.
Okay.
So Linda, surrender to the wisdom of your body. So this card for me is always that you know the answers. You have the answers within you. And if something doesn't feel right, then trust that, okay? Your body is always going to give you cues and hints, and it's up to you whether or not you're going to listen to that and accept that. But all the answers are within you is what I'm hearing.
And empowerment. Yeah, okay. You're more powerful than you realize. It's safe for you to be powerful.
Yeah, interesting. The messages definitely align. Okay, so what's next? We've got a couple minutes.
Jamie wants to know, what should I prepare for going into 2020? Well, we kind of went through that, but we'll go into your energy and see. Okay.
They're saying like One thing or energy theme you might want to think about is how could you approach 2020 with childlike wonder? I'm getting just like this child energy around you. How are you going to look at things differently as if you are looking at the world around you for the first time? So any kind of low frequencies around the past or forgiveness or, well, that's not how it's going to work because it never has worked like that before, really park that. So before you go into 2020, leave all of the past in the past. Don't take it forward with you. They're saying it's going to be really important for you in 2020 to see the world through new eyes and reset how you see people, situations, and circumstances. Leave the past in the past.
I keep hearing breakup with relationships, meaning how Dallisa is talking about you tune and you're going to another frequency. Not everybody's going to tune with you unless you have that soul connection in a contract, but a lot of your contracts are over. It's a good thing. You're upgrading. Just be open and don't run from it. Feel it and know this is what you wanted. So when you manifest something and you move in vibration, everything else is going to shift. That's natural.
Yeah. You got surrender negative thinking, which was everything they just said about you got to leave what's in the past and don't be afraid to move forward. Remember, your thoughts are Amazon. So if you are thinking negative thoughts, you're thinking why it won't work or how it's always worked in the past, you're going to keep ordering the same thing over and over and over again. So you've got, a good 6 weeks to really do your meditations and your energy clearings and get yourself ready to approach the new year like a brand spanking new life, which is going to be filled with a lot of exciting chapters. But park it. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Vince wants to know, my big music stuff has been pushed until 2020. How do you see it all going for me?
Okay. So I get a couple of things, Vince. I get that there is talent and opportunity with what you are activating in 2020. My recommendation for you would be, I just keep hearing heart chakra, self-worth. I would want you to really, really, really work on, they're saying asking for more. So I want you to step into a space where you feel completely in alignment with your dream, why you're doing it, and don't play it safe, but you also have to match your confidence with playing it big. So I want you to really focus on getting yourself to a place within your heart, within your being, within your knowing, where you fully embrace and know without a shadow of a doubt that you are going to be successful with the music projects in 2020. And I just feel like if there's any kind of wavering with the confidence or belief that that's going to happen, you've got to squash it now. Because if you take that thread forward with you, I feel like it's just kind of this cycle of letdown or disappointment with the projects. And so the good news is it all lies within you. I actually don't feel like it's any external forces that are trying to get in the way or trying to sabotage. They're saying be open, be very open-minded to who you're going to work with. And even if that means that some of that is going to shift. So don't be so locked into how it's going to all play out. So let go of surrender any control you have around the project in terms of who's going to help you do that, and practice trusting yourself. Okay.
I loved it when I was staring at you. I could see your aura. It's huge. Can anyone see her aura? Comment if you can. Okay, what she said, and tranquility. Feel it. Relax. Take it into your feelings and into your heart. It is all within yourself. I don't feel that it's anything outside of you as well.
Surrender to prayer came up again. That's funny. Surrender to what is. So surrendering to what is a card that ties to, that's so funny. They always say this to me, stick with the facts. Stick with the facts. Because this goes for all of us. We can create some big old story in our head that's not even true.
That's all emotion. It's not real.
Yeah.
It's an illusion.
Yeah. So stick with what is. Stick with the facts.
What is.
Yes. Okay.
You're so cool.
Do you want to just like randomly shuffle and pick one?
Okay. Randomly shuffle. Oh, well, you know what's funny is Gary Neal's thing came up and it was about you.
Oh.
About how you're saying 2020. Spirit and Spark is going to be amazing, which it already is, but even more amazing.
Oh my gosh. So Gary's making predictions.
Yes.
We love it. We love it.
Okay. Linda, it's my birthday.
We did one for Linda. Happy birthday, Linda.
Hi, Linda. It's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Okay. Happy birthday. Well, Dawn wants to know what is best way to help my sister? What is the best way to help my sister?
Ooh, Dawn. The first thing I hear is like, this is not your journey. This is not your job or responsibility to dictate or strongly encourage how your sister's path unfolds. I just keep hearing like, it's your sister's soul path. It's your sister's soul path. So I would encourage you, Dawn, to ask yourself how you feel about boundaries. What? I'm serious.
I was thinking it.
Oh, okay. So, Dawn, I want you to ask yourself, and I want you to journal about this because they're showing me paper and writing it out. So you don't have to show it to anybody, but write out on the piece of paper, why do I feel the need to help my sister? And I want you just to write out everything that comes through. Because and this is in general with relationships, Dawn, the energy I get with just relationships and love, I want you to be very mindful of what you give out in order to feel validation or worthiness. I'm not saying don't help your sister. I'm just saying get clear as to why you want to do the stuff you want to do in order to help her. And is that is that turning up your volume or turning down your volume when you do that? Okay? Because, and if you don't understand what I just said about the volume, go back and watch the video. But you need to ask yourself, and this goes for everybody watching this video, when you're faced with a decision of something to do with another person, or you're thinking about taking a job, or you're thinking about breaking up, or you're thinking about moving to Colorado, ask yourself, is this choice going to turn my volume up or turn my volume down? Because if you've got that understanding, you're going to make the decision that is going to be best in alignment for your soul and the lessons that your soul agreed to learn in this lifetime.
I needed to hear that.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
They're saying it's time to live for you, Dawn. You are a caregiver, you are a healer, you have a big heart. Mm-hmm. And that's where you get caught. You're in pure feelings and you don't understand why everyone can't be happy. But they are living where they're supposed to be. They choose to be where they are. So understanding what's me and what's not me. Keep loving, but do it to you, Dawn. Love you. It's time to love you.
Yeah. And with that, the two cards that came out of the deck were Surrender Procrastination. I think that's self-explanatory. And Surrender Stubbornness. Okay? So with this card, it's all about perspective and how you see things and opening your awareness to that and recognizing that there's always more than one solution.
Amen.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Amen. Yeah, thank you. This was fun. fun.
This
And
was
thank you to
fun.
everyone
Thank
who's
you for
watched.
watching.
Again, please like the Facebook page if you have not done so already. And please subscribe to us on the YouTube channel Spirit and Spark TV. And of course, for private sessions and more information on the classes we offer, including our online options, go ahead and head on over to spiritandspark.com. If you live or you're visiting Las Vegas, please come and pay us a visit at the office. And if not, we'll see you on video or over the phone. Yeah.
Right.
Anything else?
Have a great weekend. Tune in at what time?
Friday the 22nd at 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern with Rebecca Ahmed. I'll be interviewing her, and you don't want to miss that. She's going to be amazing. Yeah.
Okay. Love you. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.